and welcome to episode 7 of NerdFlow. I am Royalty.
It's your girl Tink.
And yo, it's your boy Young, fly than the rest.
If you don't know it, then you probably know it now. This is a podcast all about nerd, geek shit. You know, we love video games, we love anime, we love comic books, superhero stuff. Hey, you know, man, that's our thing. So, you know. Man. So, let me get into the housekeeping stuff first because I've been holding this in the whole weekend. I wanted to almost do a freaking Facebook Live about this, but I just said nope, not gonna do a Facebook Live. I'm gonna hold it to NerdFlow number 7. And so, but before we get into what we're about to talk about, first off. Make sure you guys go to patreon.com/nerdflow, support the podcast. You can gain access to giveaways, bonus episodes, early access to this episode before they become available on any of the podcast services that we are available on. Newsflash as well. We are now on Podomatic as well. So for those people who rock with Podomatic, look up NerdFlow. We're on there too if that's the service you prefer. Then also make sure you guys send all your questions over to nerdflowpodcast@gmail.com. And then also, again, on the Patreon tip, please make sure you guys, bonus episodes you guys can get through Patreon is Anime Rundown and Spitting Game. Spitting Game is all about video games. Anime Rundown, of course, it says it in the title. It's all about anime. So make sure you guys go over to patreon.com/nerdflow to get all that extra juiciness and extra content. So, all right. So, this past weekend was the debut of Iron Fist. And there's been a lot of articles and a lot of stuff going around saying it's bad. The review came out on Rotten Tomatoes. I think it was like 12%. I was even myself kind of iffy when I got into watching. I'm like, man, I hope this shit's not like terribly bad or anything like that. And so I got into watching it. And as I was going through the episodes, I was reading articles at the same time as I was going through each episode. And I found myself, as I was reading these people's opinions from Rotten Tomatoes and all these other sites that wrote about Iron Fist, and I was just getting more and more and more and more infuriated as I continued to read and watch the TV show at the same time. And there are several things about this show that people are like seriously harping on that kind of really irks me. Okay. First thing was the race of Iron Fist. Everybody was saying that, he should have been, why there was no Asian representation in Iron Fist. He should have been Chinese or Korean. Okay. We all know this. If you listen to this show, this is NerdFlow. And you know nerds and geeks, and you passionate about comic books, and when you come from anything that has source material from another form of media, you want that shit to be like exactly as you read it, verbatim. And in the comic book, Iron Fist is white.
Yep, he's white.
Exactly. So why would you say such a stupid thing, to say that, we need more diversity in the MCU? Well, guess what? Pick another damn superhero that ain't white. So the dude, he was he was a monk. He was in the Himalayas. But he wasn't from the Himalayas. He wasn't from Asia. He was a rich white boy that parents got killed via an accident. And yeah. But also my theory on that whole thing though, with the whole so let's talk about some of this real quick. We don't want to give too much spoil because I know Tink, she hasn't seen it. I know some of you guys that probably could be watching this, man, not seen it. But Kung Lung. Now, you can chime in on this too because I know you've seen it. With the Kung Lung thing, because they describe it as like a heaven type thing, and it only opens up every 15 years. My theory on that was it's kind of like I think the kid died. I think Danny really legitimately died because they always describe it. They describe it like heaven, but I'm like, but it only opens up every 15 years. I think he died. I think he just ended up in Kong Long, wherever the hell that is.
And
No.
it couldn't be a different dimension, like
That's
on
what I think he said.
Doctor.
He said it's a different
Strange
dimension.
type?
Yeah, he did say that though.
Okay.
But I think it's kind of like representing like Marvel's version of like heaven in the Marvel universe. That's what I kind of think. That's what I kind of think of it is for the most part. Some other things, man. Let's see. And please chime in, Young, if you got some things you want to get off your chest or say about it. So I'm still looking at my rant I have written down on my bullet
basically,
points.
like I said, I want to like the show. I really want to like it. You know what I'm saying? But it's just some stuff about it, and I ain't trying to give it away. Do no spoilers or anything. It's just that. It's something about it, man. That's just like,
okay.
I can't.
I can probably answer that. Let's see if I can kind of get this right for you. You probably feel like, because I listened to one YouTuber that has had some damn sense and watched the whole show, and his take on it, and kind of like I kind of agree with his take on it. So it was kind of like, okay, how the story was told, they kind of hung out too much on the episodes about, where he was, who he was, and everything like that. They kind of like the origin story kind of spanned over too many episodes. I felt like, they could have dedicated one episode to kind of what happened, or they could have started off like the show in the beginning where he was, he already, knew who he was, knew what he could do. And he's already fighting the hand and stuff like that, or something, man. It could have been something a little.
My thing is with to me, they spent too much time focusing on the Meachums.
Yeah, that's another thing. That's another thing that was brought up too. They did focus on. And thing is, man, I'm looking up like trying to cross-reference stuff through Wikipedia. I'm like, so is these fools like the main villains, or who the hell is? Why do they matter?
They don't like him at first. Then they like him. Then one want to kill him. Then the one that want to kill him begins to help him, and the one that liked him wants to kill him now. So, oh shit, I done gave way too much, huh?
No, we ain't say which one because they're brother and sister, and there's a father involved too. So you just So yeah, no, we didn't give away too much. So no, you good. Other article. That's another article that I came across. I'm not giving no references to where I got this from, but I'm just gonna. So the other thing they were saying, somebody said something about they didn't like in the show, because I think some of the reviewers only got like the first 6 episodes of Iron Fist to review before he hit Netflix, and they were saying stuff like, his once he got back into his position as, because basically he was out of the family business, he was trying to get back, and you can kind of tell that part from the trailer. That's kind of like obvious. But they were saying like, oh, his power is, he kind of used too much of his rich privilege and stuff like that, and like, how many?
Yeah, they did. To me, they progressed him too fast. Like, it looked like between him coming back to New York and the end of the first season, we don't know the time frame of which it was in, but he progressed too fast because he was one way when he came to New York, and then by the end of the season, by the last episode, I can't say season because Netflix ain't got sense enough to release one each week. They release it all at one time. By the end of the series, well, the last episode, he's basically like a regular New Yorker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because he went from not cursing to, he wasn't even talking like he had stayed in Kunlun all those years like he was in the first couple of episodes. I mean, I just feel like they progressed him too fast.
I mean, of course, that's going to be given because, I mean, the next follow-up after Iron Fist is the Defenders, which I think is like due to come out like November, September, somewhere around that time.
And they better have season 2 of Luke Cage by September.
No, they're not. No, they're not. They're not. So you can pop that bubble, brother. But no, they're not. But no, it was like the thing about the whole thing. Somebody said something about white privilege, and I'm kind of like saying to myself, I'm like, okay, you kind of harping on not white privilege, but rich privilege in this situation. It's like it was more of his power than anything, as far as him, not using his power a lot and stuff like that. I'm thinking to myself, like, how many characters in comic books have rich privileges of power? I can name 2 right now that got rich privilege is really their power. Tony Stark and Batman.
Right.
If Batman didn't have no money, he ain't nobody but a detective.
But I guess they didn't know, like, he has a black girlfriend, like, later down the line.
Are you talking about Batman?
I don't think he read that far in the comics.
Oh, you talking about, what's the face?
Danny.
Yeah, you talking about what you call from...
Danny?
You talking about what you call from Luke Cage? Misty.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I find that kind of like a weird dynamic though, because it's like if they play that out in a Netflix series, it's like he was dating Misty in the comic books, but he also had a relationship with Colleen Wing in the show,
right?
But also Misty and Colleen Wing together make the Daughters of the Dragon. So, yeah.
So Iron Fist is actually King Dingling around New York.
Pretty much.
And Misty done got with Luke Cage, and probably gonna get with Danny Rand later on, and then Luke Cage is also
Luke
got
Cage,
with
then got with Misty, and gonna end up with
Jessica Jones.
Who?
Jessica Jones.
Jessica Jones, and
that's gonna be baby mama.
And the chick that Rosario Dawson plays.
Oh yeah, it's inevitable that he gonna get that. Just saying.
Yeah, he gonna get Rosario Dawson.
It's inevitable he gonna get the night nurse.
She was gonna give it to Daredevil, but Daredevil messed that up.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm waiting on for that too. I'm waiting on the second season of Daredevil. Like they really playing with me, yo.
Hold on. Wait. What? Were you asleep? There is a second season of Daredevil, my dude.
I did watch the second. I watched the second series after. I mean, the second season of Daredevil after, because the second season is when the Hand comes into play.
And Punisher's in there.
And Punisher.
Yeah.
And Punisher. Okay. First season is when he take out Fist.
Yeah.
I'm tripping. Yeah. I'm waiting on talking about season 3. I'm thinking.
There you
go. I'm talking about season 2 of Luke Cage, which they need to go ahead and quit playing with me. But they getting worse than Akira Toriyama, man.
It's like, man, how I feel about like this whole thing with this particular person that wrote this article about the whole privilege. It's like, man, I can name a ton of superheroes in whether it's the MCU or the DCU that have money is there. It's like Black Panther is the richest in Marvel. Let's just call it what it is. And you really gonna hate that movie. You really gonna hate that movie because he's a freaking black king.
I mean, they literally hate that movie now because this when you even see pictures of them filming, like you see little white specks. Like that
the
movie
cast alone
is black.
Like, it's every black character, like every black super megastar you can think of that's hot right now, they're in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
like that movie ain't black. That movie black.
Yeah. It's like they gotta hold when they pronounce Black Panther, they gotta hold on to the B for a little bit before they say Black Panther. So
no, you gotta put that at the end too.
But yeah, man. But I feel like they feel that way about like that stuff with Iron Fist and stuff like that. It's like, man, okay, then don't do a Batman movie. Take Arrow off the air because it's like, look, they went through the kind of the same stuff. I know some people had problems with the origin story, and just him being the origin story of Iron Fist. It's like, okay, that's the source material. Every superhero either got bit by something, or an accident happened, or they was rich enough to do it, or they were just a punk ass, and then they just wanted to become a superhero.
Right.
I mean, to me, like, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you why I like Kick Ass so bad. Kick Ass did not have the typical origin story. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Between most of these heroes we talking about were written before our time, so they played to what they think they thought their readers wanted to hear. So, okay, Batman, Bruce Wayne, parents got killed, inherited the company, went away for a while, came back, started fighting crime. Okay. Green Arrow,
Same thing.
Went away for a while, came back, took over the company, started fighting crime. Tony Stark, parents die, he almost dies, builds suits, starts fighting crime.
Danny Rand.
I mean, Danny Rand. And then you got the one, okay, got sent to Earth as a baby, become a superhero because of the yellow sun.
Yeah.
Goku got sent to Earth as a baby to destroy it, hits his head, becomes Earth's greatest savior.
So
yeah. And the okay, Kick Ass and One Punch Man got some hella just some different origin story. Even Naruto, parents die, they put his daddy make him a Jinchuriki. Now he becomes the savior of the whole ninja world.
Mm-hmm.
Luffy had a good origin story. He just ate some fruit that he wasn't supposed to eat.
Who?
Luffy,
the pirate.
One Piece dog.
Oh, okay. I'm like, who the hell ate some fruit? What?
even this anime I'm watching called Nora Rise of the Yokai Clan, his daddy died, and he's the third heir to the clan, which they are rich, and he ends up being the leader.
Yeah. I mean, the struggle's always. I mean, that's what makes superhero stuff great. The struggle's always there, man. That's what, that's why people read it. I mean, because in real life, people struggle, and in comic books, it's a suspension of belief. And they struggle, and they succeed, and they win, and it's just entertainment. So, but yeah, man. But overall, I think I got two more episodes to go. But overall, so far, as far as if you listen to NerdFlow and you're kind of on the edge of like, do you really want to watch this or not watch this based on what people say? I say give it a watch because everybody has their own opinion about it. But also at the same time, I think people on IMDb are doing it just to be spiteful. I think it has like an 8.2 out of 10 just to show, and these are actual people who actually have viewers who actually watched it versus people who are critics that are reviewing it. And so IMDb has, I think last time I looked at it over the weekend, it was like an 8.2. Yeah, it was like 8.2 out of 10 on Iron Fist. So some other things though, it's like I think the fighting they kind of need to kind of buff up the fighting a little bit because I mean I don't know if you haven't seen it, these are some things you'll notice. They borrow fight scenes from like The Last Dragon, The Raid. There's the hallway scene you probably seen in the trailer. That scene is kind of borrowed from the movie called The Raid. So they borrow a lot of martial arts action scenes from different good martial arts movies to put in Iron Fist as far as like the scenes. There's a fight scene where he goes against this guy that's like he has a drunken master fighting style. He goes against, so it's kind of like it's like different stuff paying homage to different martial arts movies, because a lot of people, if you don't know the origins of Iron Fist was created during the time when Bruce Lee movies were hot and martial arts was a thing, and so of course Marvel wanted to make something to capitalize and be their own version of martial arts or their
before that fake ass Power Ranger leader came along making all that damn noise.
Man, we ain't talking about that right now. We gonna
Exactly.
Because you coming over here with your Tommy hate and stuff. Okay, man, we gonna go.
I'm telling you.
All right, we got they announced a new Matrix, man, coming out. The rumors is it's gonna be about a young Morpheus. I don't know how I feel about this.
Knew it was coming.
I don't know how I feel about this.
I know how I feel about it. I like it.
Of course I know you like it.
Because I always said, like, they should do a Matrix prequel, but showcase Morpheus.
And I think at least I saw the picture associated with this person in the article. I've seen pictures of Michael B. Jordan. So, I don't know.
I think he's too short.
Yeah, me too.
But he's a good actor.
Yeah, he's a good actor, yeah. Anything to get him away from the damn Fantastic Four, because they keep trying to oh, we like the movie, we want to make another one. Like, no, don't make another one. Give the license back to Marvel now, so we can at least see Fantastic Four and at least the second Infinity War, because y'all keep thinking y'all can make a Fantastic Four movie and y'all can't. But anyway, I digress. But yeah, man, Matrix movie. The only thing is the directors. I want the Wachowski brothers, man. Just give me the same directors, and I'll feel better about it. I just don't want nobody else. I don't want no other directors touching the Matrix franchise, man. I don't because other directors have a different vision. It may not even feel the same.
I'm gonna tell you who would be good, because if you for that movie, because if you notice that the Matrix is a dark movie. Everything about the Matrix is dark. From the scenery and everything. They barely, mostly they fought at night. They barely were up above the surface, anything. To me, you either get Zack Snyder, who... No. We're going to have a bunch of moments with no damn dialogue.
Don't
get him to write it. Shit, no.
That's his directing style, man. Come on, you remember 300? Freaking kicking, a bunch of action, just bunch of silence and just slow motion. Give me the Russo brothers, man.
Yeah. I'm just saying, 300 did give us This Is Sparta, though.
Yeah, because his vision of how he does movies fit with 300. But as you can see, how very bad Batman v Superman it didn't work with Batman v Superman. They're trying to literally pull Snyder away from DCU stuff, because they're trying to get another person, because him and his brother, being onto these movies, it's not working. It's not working for DC. And the movies are doing bad because of it. So they gotta pull superhero movies ain't his forte. Well, especially not nothing that's Justice League or DCU related. It's just not. It's no. Go do some more Greek mythology movies or something, but not this one.
I know one thing with this new who's directing this new Transformer movie? Is it Michael Bay?
It's still Michael Bay. This is his last Transformers.
Yeah.
I want to Britt, now that you bring that up though, I didn't get to see the new trailer, because they came out with a final trailer for the last night Transformers. What is this? Will be Transformers 5 now? 5?
Yeah.
Yeah, 5, okay. They did they showed the trailer for it. He was like, man, I'm like, okay, I wonder what made Optimus like what I made Optimus go bad. It's like the
It's
year
the
of
same print to me. Well, from what I'm saying, it's the same premise as this new Fast and the Furious
yeah.
movie.
That's
The
what I know.
leader
Goes
has
bad.
turned bad.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
I mean, not saying it's not really bad or anything. I mean, it's gonna make things interesting in the movie or whatever, but I think they should well, I know he kind of crazy
But
now.
Optimus
But
left looking for Unicron.
yeah, and
So
I think
Unicron could have corrupted him.
thank you. That's exactly my thought because I saw a planet or something in one of the trailers, and I was like, Unicron. So yeah, no, you might be right. You might be right about that. That's my same theory on that one too. Deadpool, Deadpool 2. They announced I don't know her name, but she's from Atlanta. It was Donna Glover. It was the girl that was playing his girlfriend. She's been casted as Domino.
Zazie? Zazie Beats?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. So she's been casted as Domino. Is this the same Domino that they did a movie off of like some years ago? Like it was like early 2000, late 90s maybe.
Not sure.
I was wondering that when they threw out the name Domino, I'm like, I remember a Domino movie, and I think that movie was kind of based off comics a little bit. Let me see. Now I want to know. I don't even know if it's based off comic or not. Domino.
Yeah,
Marvel.
2005 Domino.
So
I don't know if it's the same one.
No,
But it's a female.
It's not. No, she's the bounty hunter.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Oh yeah, because I think that Domino was like based off. I think that Domino was based off of like a true story or kind of like loosely based. So it might be different. Okay, so different Domino.
Yeah.
Still a female, but different Domino. Okay. But yeah, man. Then also like they leaked out some plot for. Well, not really leaked out plot. But they have theories on because if you saw the teaser in the beginning of Logan, they had the daughter of I can't think of Cable's daughter's name, but they have her name like written somewhere when Deadpool is in the phone booth. So they're kind of like throwing hints here and there, and some people kind of have the theory like, oh, he may be trying to help Cable's daughter, which is why Cable comes after him, or it's like there's some theories out there that they kind of think what it's going to be about. I think it's going to be pretty good. I just can't wait for them to finally announce who's going to play Cable, though, because I've heard another name after we talked about the Russell Crowe theory, so we will see what happens. Can't wait to see it, though. I know it's going to be good. Venom movie in the works. Now, here,
Who directing it? I mean, who doing this movie?
Sony still owns the property of Venom. Now they can still spin around and do another deal with. I don't know, cause see that's the thing. We don't know the type of deal that they worked out with Marvel in relation to the Spider-Man license. And does Venom fall under that same? Because I mean, he is a villain, and in my mind, it's part of the same licensing as having Spider-Man. Because if Venom wanted to show up in the current Spider-Man movie that's coming out this year, then it's kind of under the same license. If that is the case, then okay, I may be fine with it. But the other part, what Venom are we gonna get? Because we know a lot of times people like to play with the Ultimate Universe in Marvel and give us an alternate version, and we think we're gonna get Venom with the alien suit. We end up getting freaking Agent Venom. Just saying. I mean, Agent Venom's cool or whatever when I watch Ultimate Spider-Man, but I need the symbiote, man. Forget that.
Right.
I need the symbiote. I mean, Venom is an anti-hero, especially if he's getting his own movie. He's definitely got to be an anti-hero. He can't be, villains can't really have movies. Just don't work out that way. But yeah, so we'll see. But it has to be a. It can't be just Sony doing it solo by themselves. I'm not saying they're gonna mess it up, but I'm also saying that Marvel can put their spin on it, and then shoot, we can probably get Venom to show up in freaking Infinity War. I'm just like hoping for all types of people to show up in Infinity War. We just want to be just like a freaking geek fest of freaking who's who of Marvel popping into Infinity War. And I really hope that the Defenders even show up from the Netflix show just to show just to show the crossover and show DC, because DC is really scared to do that with their shows. They like to keep the properties separate from the TV show, like, oh, it's a different universe, da 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 da. It's like, no, man, you got characters from the CW that people love and like, man. Like, shoot, put them on the big screen.
Well, like watching the shows on Netflix that was related to Marvel, they always relate to the Avengers situation as the incident.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, and they never call out the name of the Hulk. They just say some big green guy.
Yeah.
Or man made of metal that can fly. They never
say it.
Related. Yeah, it's like they're trying to keep the universes separate too.
It's almost kind of like they're secretly trying to, but not to. I think in some shows I think Luke Cage has actually said Hulk one time, but I think I've heard.
But I think they're trying to separate. See, the thing is with the TV shows, these are the more human aspects of the Marvel universe,
right?
Because you notice it involves more with dealing with betrayal, love, relationships,
and a lot of the Netflix shows have like almost kind of like real life problems where Daredevil is battling somebody that's putting drugs in the street. Same thing with Luke Cage and stuff like that. So it's more real world type of stuff.
Same thing with Iron Fist.
Same thing.
They all fighting somebody, and they all fighting the same organization.
Right.
So the thing is, maybe that's because when you get to the Avengers and stuff like that, you're dealing more with
world
actual real superpowers. That's and you're dealing with aliens and stuff, when the people like Luke Cage and Iron Fist, they're really just fighting other humans. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They just bring it down to a more human level at that level, where
they're still kind of like green in more the sense of the word, because a lot of them are just getting used to their power, just like in, Luke Cage is just, he really didn't want to use his strength and stuff like that. And then like with Iron Fist, with all of that went down in there, he was still trying to learn his powers, because there were certain scenes in Iron Fist like, oh, I can do that, and stuff like that. So he's still learning. Even with Jessica Jones in the comic book, Jessica Jones can fly, but she don't fly right now in the Netflix show. So I think a lot of these characters are really in their infancy of learning who they are. Hopefully the Defenders will kind of like really evolve the characters to what we want them to be in the MCU, and they can be something a whole lot bigger. Some other things I heard too, Punisher. Of course we know Punisher's getting a show on Netflix as well, and I heard a rumor that Ghost Rider may be the villain for Punisher. And it might be the same Ghost Rider from Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
But that's the thing, man. Okay. Ghost Rider is not a villain, but he's not a hero. But
they're anti-heroes. It doesn't really... There's just like the whole breakdown with Daredevil and Punisher, because, Punisher hunted Spider-Man and so many other people at the same time, because, these are two characters, they do what they want to do. They live by their own code, by their own rules. So, I don't have a problem with that being a thing. Maybe we can get a go, because believe me, there's a lot of people that's been like harping for a Ghost Rider show too, because the movies haven't done.
Yeah, but so great either. And it's just me, man. I prefer the Ghost Rider on the motorcycle versus a car.
But yeah, that's
it's just something about.
That's the alternate version. I don't know which one they're gonna do, but that's what the rumor they were saying. They could do the one on the motorcycle. They only
when I was a kid, one of my favorite Marvel comics was that Ghost Rider. That's why I was so disappointed in the movies. Like that Ghost Rider was the truth.
Yeah. Now the other thing is on the for Ghost Rider for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I think the main reason they went with that particular one was more of a budget type of thing because to allow them to have because the one in the car is more of a has a mask on for the most, not really a mask, but just to keep that flaming head going for a certain amount. That's probably a lot of money in CGI for them. So it was probably more of a budget move than a move to bring in, the motorcycle Ghost Rider, the Johnny Blaze version. So,
I mean, but even in the cartoon when they brought past Ghost Riders, they all had flaming skull heads.
Right.
Yeah.
I think it was just like kind of like a different take on it. All right, we're gonna jump into some anime stuff. Let's see, we got.
I got one. I wanted to say one thing though.
Okay.
Okay, y'all know the original Matrix movies were made in the early 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
Technology has advanced so much since then. So imagine how this new Matrix movie gonna be.
That is true.
Yeah. Just hope the fighting's on point, man, because that was the big thing about the Matrix. Like doing they just reloaded with the whole freeway scene, jumping from car to car, that type of stuff.
To me, the last Matrix, which it did suck, but the fight scene between Neo and Smith, Fox, y'all need to give up the Dragon Ball movie because that showed that could happen. Now proceed to anime.
Dude, that was like almost 20 years ago, and they ain't done it. They ain't done it by now. I don't think. Yeah, that boat is sailed for me. All right, man. Anime. Ghost in the Shell drops at the end of this month. We haven't really talked about it a whole lot. Do you think like not casting, going with Scarlett Johansson, them not casting an Asian female to play Ghost in the Shell, you think that gonna kind of affect how people feel about the adaptation on it as an anime? I mean, the guy that's the creator of Ghost in the Shell gave his blessing on what he's seen the movie already. He gave his blessing on it and all that stuff. He has no problem with it, but how some people can be.
It's not gonna affect it here in America. It'll have more of a negative impact in places like Japan.
Yeah, I agree.
I doubt
because
that. People here, Japan,
their national heroes are anime characters. Like they have a huge Gundam statue in Tokyo. Like their heroes are their anime characters, and for them to be whitewashed might bother some people, some of them.
Mm-hmm.
Just the same way we feel about Egypt. They whitewashed the Egyptians in a lot of these movies. Like I watched Gods of Egypt, and I was just like, so you mean to tell me that none of the guys of Egypt were black?
Terrible movie, by the way. Just in case
I watched like
anybody
that's
thinking of watching that movie that Young just named. It's a terrible movie. Don't watch it.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I can, and then you can understand it because it's not like they got Supermans and stuff like that. Their comic book heroes, their manga heroes are all they have, and they're meant to be Asian.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's like who could have played Ghost in the Shell if it wasn't Scarlett Johansson that's Asian descent that could have played that role well.
Pulled it off.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, hey, the girl they got to play Colleen would have been a good Asian character to play her.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's gonna get cast because she's from. I mean, a lot of people don't know that because his name is real name is that plays Iron Fist. His name is Finn Jones. He's from Game of Thrones, and so is she. So they're both Game of Thrones characters, former characters.
Yo, who the dude play in Game of Thrones? I'm trying to remember.
Some dude, some character name that started with a T. And the only clip I saw as far as cutscene, he was shaving some dude's chest, which looks really suspect.
Oh, okay.
So
I got you.
Yeah, that was him. Yeah, that whole shaving of the chest scene kind of got it for you, huh?
Well, I mean, speaking of that, it's coming back on real soon. Next month, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah. All right, man. I didn't really see. I'm behind on Samurai Jack. I actually got to say it in my DV. I need to watch it. But for those, they probably already know by now. Samurai Jack is back. So comes on Toonami. Is it before or after Dragon Ball Super? I think it's after.
Yeah, I think it's after Dragon Ball Super because they play Dragon Ball Kai first, and then Dragon Ball Super, then Samurai Jack.
Okay. Yeah, so that's back. All right, man. Video games. We got before we go into video games though.
Whoa! We forgot about a movie.
Oh, that's right. And you know what? That's my bad. I know you told me something about Power Rangers, and that's my bad. Nah, I can't think of what you wanted me to put there. But you can go ahead. You can go ahead and introduce it.
So the topic is how has Power Rangers lasted this long? Power Rangers came out in 1992. And it's still going strong today. You know, even with a series and a reboot of the movie. What about Power Rangers has made it so popular that it could last over 20 years?
For me, for me, I like the fact that they go with like the time, like when it was our time, it had like different little aspects of what happened in our time that you could kind of relate to. Like it was one point it was like the little officers. There was one point it was like dinosaurs, but Tommy was a teacher, so he was a little bit older, but we could actually relate because we were a little bit older. I think it's because they related at the time of the peer group of the generation that they were each in. I don't know. That's my take on it.
But no, out of all seriousness, like, for kids, they're different colors. Like, kids dig that shit because, there's characters with different colors. Ask my 3-year-old. But as far as with Power Rangers, yeah, it's kind of like they went with the times, of course. And then at one point, I can't remember at what point were they, because when you started seeing them on, I think it was like Disney and stuff like that. Disney, because Saban had sold the property of Power Rangers to Disney, and so they did their own different take, because they do things the Disney way, and so they did their spin on it. And I think that kind of like helped a little bit to kind of grab that demographic and kind of like get more people back onto it. And I'm not sure, I can't speak on like the ratings aspect of what it was versus when Saban was still doing it and when Disney got a hold of it. But of course, everybody watches the Disney Channel, and it was a lot of the episodes were syndicated on the Disney Channel. So I think that that age group that was watching on Disney, that kind of like they fell in love with it, and it just carried on, because now Saban has control of Power Rangers once again because he bought it back from Disney. So I think that's kind of like that kind of trade-off kind of help Power Rangers out a little bit, I think.
Okay, so tell me this. I read an article. I want to know who the greatest Red Ranger is, in y'all opinion.
Who is
Jason?
the great Jason?
Jason,
Thank you.
Of course.
I can't.
They rank Jason number 3 in that article.
Who's the number one?
Oh wow! So who's number one? Tommy.
What was he? Okay, hold on. Wait.
Yes,
Zeo.
he was every color. He was every
Zeo
color.
and he was the Red Ranger and
green,
Zeo and Turbo.
White.
That's right.
Red and black.
That's right. Okay. I can't say that. No,
Green,
I can't.
white, red, and black.
I can't say that though because I mean I gotta say Jason though, man.
Yeah, I gotta say Jason too.
And I like Jason's and don't get me wrong. Out of all the Power Rangers, I like the most is Tommy. But as far as when they say the best Red Ranger, I got to say Jason, just because. Yeah. And then shoot, man, I can't even show how hyped up I was when I can't remember. I think it was in Zeo when this boy came back as the Gold Ranger.
Bruh, y'all already know, like when Jason came back, I'm gonna tell y'all how it was. I had stopped watching Power Rangers. Like literally when Jason left the show, I stopped watching Power Rangers. I had I have a total dislike for Tommy. You know what I'm saying? He make too much noise for me, man. Like that like Tommy to me is like Lil Boosie. I just can't get down with them.
Oh my gosh.
But you know, because they voice irritate me. Anybody's voice that irritates me, I'm just gonna like turn you out completely. But my cousin, I remember my cousin stayed down the street from me. He watched it that morning, and he was like, "Quinn." He came down to Quinn. I'm like, "Yo, what's up, man? You gotta watch Power Rangers that Saturday." I'm like, "Man, I'm not watching that." He was like, "Your boy back." I'm like, "Who?" He was like, "Jason back. He the Gold Ranger." Dude. I instantly went to Walmart. Well, no, Kmart, because I stayed over by Kmart. I rode my bike up to Kmart and bought a Gold Ranger figurine. I had the Gold Ranger figurine. I had the Gold Ranger staff, the action figure.
Bro, I had to cop that staff. That was the only thing I was looking for, man. I caught that staff. Because I missed out on the freaking Green Ranger dagger, so I like, man, I'm copping the staff. I don't care what nobody say.
I had the Red Ranger sword.
Me too.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, hopefully, at the Comic-Cons, they have all of those memorabilia, and they have the daggers.
Got the money for that.
They got it don't be no more than like $50 at the most. The staffs, it was a set of Dragon Balls that I wanted to cop. It was only like 50. Yeah, I might have to get
the glass ones. Well, the fiberglass ones. Yeah.
Yep. And they look so cool.
Man, I would be, if I would have kept those toys, man, I would be a rich man right
now. You know us, man. We played with that stuff, so they wouldn't nearby be in pristine condition.
No, my stuff was still pristine, bro. I was the only child, man. My stuff was pristine. Like I think to myself, like the action figures, I had like the White Tiger Zord, I had the full Megazord, I had all the pieces were there. Man,
I had a Megazord also. Well, I had the different Zords to form Megazord also. But like my mama knew because she went and got me that Red Ranger sword. My little brother had the Black Ranger axe. Like she ordered this stuff from JCPenney. Remember when JCPenney used to send that big book out for Christmas?
Yep.
Oh man.
Yep. Yes, sir.
I missed that book.
Yeah, man. My mom bought that stuff. Like my sister had the Pink Ranger stuff. That's just like me, my brother and sister all were like into Power Rangers. And like all the kids around this neighborhood was too. And when I was the first one to pop up that Gold Ranger staff, it was on then. You know what I'm saying? My cousin Ken, he loved Tommy too. He just anyway, I used to kick his butt all the time, be like, yeah, Gold Ranger power, nigga.
Oh man. But
somebody gonna be green when I take this picture with this green Power Ranger, though.
You'll be alright. I'm making my way to a Comic-Con just so I can take a picture with Austin. Just like with the original Jason. I'm be like, yeah, the original leader of the Power Rangers. Everybody after him just a wannabe.
Oh, so man, you shouldn't even want to go to Comic Palooza then, man. You're going to be trying to talk smack to
Exactly.
Because he's gonna be at Comic Palooza here in Houston, man. So you may wanna go talk to
I ain't gonna disrespect the man.
You may want to go talk to the Pink Ranger, man. You may want to go talk to her because
I ain't gonna disrespect the man, but I'm be like, yo, you know Jason the dude, right?
Oh man. But speaking of Comic Palooza though,
matter of fact, I'm gonna go make me a shirt with Jason, the original Red Ranger on there, and I'm gonna have the Red Ranger on the front and the Gold Ranger on the back, the best Power Ranger ever.
I thought you was having a shirt that say red is better, but okay. But yeah, but anyway, man. Comic Palooza. It's gonna be in Houston, May 12th through the 14th. We will be there in the building. I know me and Young, I know we'll be there. And be there. So we'll be giving posting a lot of pictures, a lot of Facebook Live videos. So make sure you guys like the Facebook page so you guys can be a part of that if you stay somewhere else in the world. Get to see, like I said, Finn Jones. Finn Jones will actually be there. From Iron Fist will be there. That's not even that far away from Iron Fist coming out. So hopefully we get to, get some pictures of him, shoot, even maybe talk to him. So we'll see what's up with that. But yeah, make sure you guys come kick it with us if you are in the Houston area, and come kick it with us at Comic Palooza, May 12th through the 14th. All right, video games, man. So Telltale, the developer for Walking Dead, Telltale video game. Let's see, Borderlands, Batman. And so now there is a Guardian of the Galaxy Telltale. And it's basically, for those who haven't played any of the Telltale games, they're kind of, sort of, if you know what QuickTime is, it's kind of more of like a pressing a button at a certain time thing and kind of picking the right dialogue to pretty progress the story along. So if you're not very into video games, or you're not coordinated to play video games, I think Telltale games are kind of more for, the people who are not.
It's a step below. It's a step below a Nintendo RPG.
Yeah, no, it definitely is. Yeah. But yeah, so they're coming out with a Guardian of the Galaxy Telltale. On top of that, you got the Spider-Man that's coming out. That's made by Insomniac. And I know Marvel also made a statement, said they're taking a different approach to the Marvel licensed games that they're coming out with. They actually took a while to actually start coming out with more games, because everybody knows, like, Spider-Man has been made by Activision for freaking ever, and they've always been a hit miss a lot of the times when it came to Spider-Man games. And with Marvel trying to tie video games into movies, and they said they're not going that route anymore, because a lot of the times when you try to tie a video game back to a movie, the production and the development of the game is kind of rushed, and most of those games always score very, 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 very poorly. So they said they're taking a different approach with the licensing. Square Enix announced the Avenger game that they gave like a little teaser for. So we got that. We got Spider-Man made by Insomniac, and then we got the Guardians of the Galaxy. So hopefully we'll see some more licensing for Marvel pop up with some other game development. I think we need some superhero games.
I can say one thing though, man. One video game series that deal with comic book that just stay on top of their game is the Batman series, dog. Like, Batman's never had a suck game.
Yeah, the Arkham series are really.
No, I'm talking about even from Nintendo, dog. Like, Batman has never had a suck game.
I can remember one. I played that was good. With the Arkham series, I mean, the current Batman games that are out now, like the Arkham series and stuff like that. I actually picked up Dark Knight, not the Dark Knight, but Arkham Knight on PS4 last week. They had a Batman sale going on. I got the premium edition for like $17 with all the DLC. So I've been playing
Okay,
that.
so you didn't call me and be like, "Yo, they got this going on. Don't you want to go try to get this?"
I was gonna tell you on the episode, but
I
I
tell you,
forgot. I forgot, man.
well, you can't. Don't trust them new niggas over there.
Well, next time I text you, Mister, I lost my phone. You told off Sprint, and then you didn't have no phone for a while. Whatever.
Anyway, you might well just get ready. I'm coming to your house so I can play it. So
That's fine,
I
man.
ain't got no Batman game either. Like I had Arkham Asylum, Arkham Origins. I had all the Arkham games, and I let people borrow stuff, and I never get it back.
That's why I go digital, man. Nobody can borrow nothing from me. They can't never borrow nothing, and I ain't definitely letting nobody borrow my damn PlayStation. So yeah, there you go.
Nah, that's definitely not gonna happen.
Well, speaking of sales, Young, since you want to put me on blast about freaking PlayStation sales and stuff, there is a sale going on PlayStation exclusive games. So if you want to go check that out on PSN, be my guest, sir. Can't say I never tell you.
Yeah.
If you miss out, it ain't my fault.
Sure.
Hey, man, if you miss out, it ain't
tell me about it.
If you miss out, it ain't my fault. If you miss out, it ain't my fault. Okay.
One tell me about the PlayStation sale, then tell me about the Arkham sale. I mean, it doesn't even matter anymore. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the middle of playing Neo.
Well,
so.
you go ahead and get beat then, because you know that game is hard. But anyway.
No, the game is not hard, and I'm kicking plenty of hind parts.
All right.
The game is just long.
Well, that's a good thing, though. That's the great thing.
Because like I didn't invested like a whole lot of hours into the game, and like I'm only 4% complete.
Wow. That's definitely a long game, sir. That's yeah. All right. At PAX East, which was last week, week before last, they announced a new Transformers game for mobile called Transformers Forged to Fight. It's a fighting game. It's kind of more of, if anybody has played Marvel Champions of Contest, it's kind of more on that realm. But you can also customize the Transformers and things like that from the trailer that I saw. Marvel's of Contest does pretty good. I actually got like 2 people I know at my job hooked on it right now. That's all they play.
Yeah, I got a Marvel mobile game that I've been playing for like 2 years.
What game is that?
Hold on, yeah, I gotta go look at the name.
Okay, we'll come back. Then we got PS Now. I talked about this briefly on Spitting Game and a little bit more in depth. So if you guys want to check that out, head over to our Patreon and get access to the bonus episodes. You can get that while I talk a little bit more in depth. But PS Now is bringing PS4 games to the PlayStation Now service. If you don't know what PlayStation Now is PlayStation's version of Netflix for video games, basically. And I think they kind of did that move kind of in response to the Xbox Game Pass that launches this spring, which is probably going to have to be in like in a month or so, because spring is about to be
here.
Yeah, it's here. It feels like summer here, but that's the whole different story. But they're adding PS4 games to PS Now. I'm sticking to my prediction on this with E3 rolls around in June. PlayStation is going to drop the mic and say that the service is now $9.99. They don't have a choice if they want to compete with the Xbox Game Pass. They have to. If they make it $9.99, then I'll do it. If they keep it $20, I ain't doing it.
But the name of the game is called Marvel Future Fight.
Marvel Future Fight.
And what they do, like in the game, what I like, like Iron Fist just dropped. So they already had Iron Fist on there, but they released Iron Fist costume where he looks like Danny Rand in the show.
Okay. Cool. I love games like that kind of go off what's currently going on in in the games itself. I love that type of stuff. So I like that they're doing that following suit, because I know DC started that with the Injustice series, with coming out with additional skins that met the current, whether it was a movie or a TV show. They came out with stuff that actually matched it to look like what you was watching in real life. Last thing on video games before we get into Ultimate Battle. We got Sony and Microsoft. They said that they want to eventually get to a eventual release where the hardware upgrades they come out with each year are kind of like more like on an iPhone basis. Is this a good thing or a bad thing? I really think it's a bad thing, because you're kind of like you're burning out your the consumer base. Because after that, we're just going to be chasing consoles. Be chasing the next console, which is what people already do with cell phones. Well, not in a long time, but people tend to chase the next upgrade on cell phones. And I really don't think that's a good idea. Now, I think they should release major update features to really change the system, as far as when it comes to, just overall huge features that it can do. Give you an example. 4.5 update. Now we have access to be able to use an external portable hard drive on your PlayStation to expand your hard drive, instead of having to go out and trade in your PS4 at GameStop and get probably like $4 for it, and then go buy another PlayStation.
Yeah, but then I mean, I was looking at what year the 4 came out. The 4 came out in what?
2013.
2013. Okay. So I'm looking at maybe they should have waited to 2020 to release the 5. Don't do it every year.
Which I think that is the case. It's kind of like what they did with the Pro. Because the Pro is mainly, it gives you better graphics, but it's really only going to benefit from it if you have a 4K TV for the most part.
Exactly.
Or if you're doing like the Pro games are going to be really for PSVR and stuff like that. That's kind of like
give society a chance to catch up with the technology.
I mean,
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, I think that now, me coming from a TV background, I think the 4K TVs have been out for. Shoot, I want to say they've been out for 2013, it's 2017. 4K TVs have been out for at least about 4 to 5 years now. So there's
but the price on them haven't been. The price on them has been.
They've come down.
Yeah, it's been. Yeah, but I'm saying let them come down a little more, where more people can buy them, and then release the 5.
Yeah, no, I think that's gonna be.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a feature that's gonna be in the whatever they call the next PlayStation, whatever the next gen PlayStation is gonna be. I know that was always the thing with the Pro when it came out. That was the thing about with the 4K TV. Do enough people have it? I mean, if you don't know already, if you go to your Netflix account, you have an option for 4K viewing on Netflix. Or Netflix supports 4K, so does DirecTV. And stuff like that. So, I mean, it's there. Now, I give you an example. 4K TVs are very economical, especially during the holidays, because I was seeing deals, because, man, did I really want one? Because I was seeing, like, 50-something inch 4K TVs that were, like, about $400 or $500. And they were good 4K TVs at that. So, it's just, you really just got to...
Yeah, I mean, I'm saving money to get one because, that's what I'm putting in my house. But, I'm just saying, not everybody can get them.
No, I know not everybody can get them, but like with those incremental upgrades like that, I think they would they would burn out their installer base by doing that, by having us chase that type of thing, because Apple, for example, already kind of like tiptoes or guides their users through features and upgrades and stuff like that. Case in point, yesterday they came out with a new iPhone, and it's red, and that's it.
That's all, and I know people went crazy to get it.
I want to get one. I like the color because it's red, but that's the only reason.
Oh my God!
I only want it because of the color, and that's it. Now, I'm not. Don't get me wrong. I'm far from a Apple fanboy. I'm kind of more of a logical thinker when it comes to, myself. I'm probably more of a Sony fanboy than anything, and PlayStation fanboy for the most part. If I'm a fanboy of anything, but no, definitely not Apple. Plus, man, my birthday's coming up on Friday, so shoot, I deserve to try to get something. Shit. But yeah, man.
Well, I mean, I know that the Galaxy 8 finna drop, and
hope it don't burn down your pocket.
Yeah, man. I'm not finna get it, but
Galaxy 8s are gonna come with firefighter pants. Just saying. Anyway, I know you are a Samsung Galaxy guy. I know you probably find that funny, anyway. But all right,
just disrespect everything I like.
Look, man.
Y'all disrespect the Red Ranger.
Nobody
disrespecting.
Ain't nobody disrespect the Red Ranger. We said we like the Red Ranger. I just said that I like the green and the White Ranger better.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. That's all we was saying.
We agree with you liking Jason. It ain't disrespectful. Everybody's allowed to an opinion, man. Whatever. All right, man. We're gonna go into Ultimate Battle. This week's Ultimate Battle, rewind real quick. What Ultimate Battle is, we pit against of all the different universes, from video games to anime to comic books, we pit heroes and enemies and, foes and all that good stuff against one another. And we will debate and see who will win. So this week we got up on Ultimate Battle, which is actually a battle we've actually seen take place in an animated movie. Wolverine versus the Hulk. So, Young, I'll let you start off, sir.
Let me just go. I mean, let's just say Hulk gets. Let's just say, Banner takes over mentally for Hulk, rips Wolverine in half, and separates his body. Throws one part of his body halfway across the world and throws another part of his body or buries it somewhere. So Hulk wins.
Really? Seriously.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, dude, I ain't gonna lie, man. I would really want Wolverine to win, but
I mean, I think Wolverine would win. I mean, it's kind of hard because I'm trying to think in the actual movie. I'm trying to think who actually won between those two. I mean, I
think it was a tie.
I know he was being controlled by Loki. That was part of it. That was the reason why he ended up fighting Wolverine. I mean, yeah, the angrier he gets, the stronger he gets, but at the same time, Wolverine does not back down, doesn't know how to back down. But I also think, like you said, like if somebody was to get in his ear or intervene in the actual fight, I think, sometimes with Hulk, depending on who it is, if they intervene and, they try to talk him down, Wolverine could possibly win as well.
Yeah, I mean, either way, it can go either way. So I'm not trying to say that it was gonna just be Hulk. I was just putting out a scenario.
Yeah. Yeah, Wolverine with the regeneration and stuff like that. Let's see what else. What else do you have on this side? Regeneration. You got the claws. You got made back to adamantium.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Then you got Hulk with he can pretty much. I can't give you the exact numbers, but I know he can leap pretty damn far. The angrier he gets, the stronger he gets. Let's see what else. Of course, super strength. I mean, when he's Bruce Banner, he's one of the smartest in the Marvel universe. But that doesn't really play too much of a part in this whole battle. Not too much. Let's see what else.
Need your opinion.
Which Wolverine you giving me? Are you giving me Logan or are you giving me Wolverine in his prime? Like,
I say prime.
Prime? I think Wolverine could handle Hulk though. But Hulk is also very indestructible. Like, that's a good one.
Yeah, it's kind of hard. I think that's why they probably had it. I mean, that's why I think they probably had it as far as in the movie. They had it as a tie because it's really a tie. Other than like the scenario that Young was saying about him ripping them in half, but but adamantium being.
I mean, in the comic book, he did rip him in half.
Yeah,
and Wolverine climbed up a mountain to get his body back. Let's just say this is the second time they fought, and Hulk thought smarter. Like, you can't climb across the ocean.
It's like, man, if he gets close enough to it, maybe he can. But yeah, man.
That was a good one.
But yeah, man. That was Ultimate Battle. Gonna get ready to end NerdFlow for episode 7. First of all, make sure you guys go to patreon.com/NerdFlow to get all your bonus episodes, Spitting Game, anime rundown. You can get early access to this show you're listening to right now, days early before it hits the download. New episodes of NerdFlow are available every single Thursday on Spreaker, iTunes, Stitcher Radio, Google Play Music, and now on Podomatic. Please make sure you like us on Facebook.com/NerdFlow Podcast. Subscribe to our Twitch channel at NerdFlow Gaming. And also, make sure you guys go by our YouTube channel. You can also watch the latest episodes of NerdFlow through our YouTube channel. We have not been verified yet via YouTube, but if you guys continue to give us more views and subscribe to the channel, then we'll be able to say youtube.com/NerdFlow. So, kind of need you guys to do that for us. So, but I think that's it, man. Another good episode is in the books. So, we're out of here.
One.